Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of PyRevolution. So on this PyQt4 tutorial we are going to cover how to make tables on GUIs. So the previous one I showed you how to make plots, this one on tables, and the next one after this will be on the browse button. So moving on, first we import the library, the Qt GUI. And before I cover all this, let me as usual show you what the GUI looks like. So here's my table. So it's just a GUI and I have a 5x5. Some of the cells have numbers in it. I have headers, some of them aren't. For example, this one doesn't have a header, so they by default put the column number, which is a 5. And now let me quickly go over the code so I can show you more features of the table. So first off, we make the widget and everything, and we have a grid layout, and here's our data. So our data is in the form of a dictionary. So here's our kitty header, cat, meow, purr, as you have seen. Yeah, I'm a cat lover, you can see it. So we have our 4 headers and 4 keys, each with a list of values, which are the numbers. And then we create a table. So here's the data. Now we'll make the 5x5 table. Table is equal to qtgui.QTableWidget self, and then we specify how many rows and columns. So 5x5, so 5 rows and 5 columns. Next up, we take this data and put it onto this 5x5 table. To do that, we first have hor headers, as in horizontal headers, an empty list. For n/n, keys, enumerate sorted keys, data.keys. So from this data, we're just taking in kitty, cat, meow, purr, and n is the index, as in 0, 1, 2, 3. And then for each of this key, I'm taking in m item enumerate data, data key. So for example, first I look at kitty. So my kitty, I'm sort of going through all the numbers 1, 2, 3, 3, and then I make a new item. So new item equals to qtgui.QTableWidgetItem. So this is the QTableWidgetItem is the individual cell of the QTableWidget, and inside here we put in the item, and our item is basically the number. And once we have the number, we take this QTableWidgetItem object, the new item, and we put it inside our table. So as you can see here, enumerated gave us the index of the data, I mean the value and the key, so n and m. So we put in the row as in the data, the column as in the which key, as in kitty, cat, meow, purr, that number, and our new item as in the data values, such as 1, 2, 3, 3. So that should put these numbers in the table. Next, we add the headers. So table.set horizontal header labels and hor headers. So we have been filling out this list with our keys. So hor headers.append key, and that filled out the top, cat, kitty, meow, purr. And as you can see here, we have a 5x5 table, but we have only 4 columns. So we only have 4 of these. Next up, we do table resize column to content and resize row to content, which basically adjusts the size of our table to make it look nicer. And then we add it to our grid. So table on coordinate 0, 0, and we only have 1 item, so that's not an issue. And here's our table, which is very useful for all you Excel lovers out there. So you can take each of these, you can change it with whatever string you want. You can put a number, you can change it, and basically imagine using Microsoft Excel. And yeah, and that's our table. Next tutorial we're going to cover browse buttons. Till then, have fun.